All right, story time. Let's talk about what this word means. So go ahead and read this word to yourself. Say it out loud, say it in your head. If you said converse, that's not what it is. Converse means to talk with someone, it means to communicate with somebody verbally. This is the math version, which is converse. Converse has something to do with switching the conclusion and the hypothesis of a conditional statement. That sounds like it's a lot crazier than it is. So here, I'm going to make a statement that you might say. Okay, what do you think I'm going to do if I wake up in the morning and it's raining? Okay, and this is before distance learning and I need to get to school. So maybe I would say, okay, it is raining, so I am bringing an umbrella to school. Okay, this is called a conditional because the fact that I brought an umbrella to school is a condition and it relies on it being raining. It means I'm not going to bring my umbrella to school always if it's not raining. So, what we do in math is usually we have you might see it like this in math, but a lot of times we kind of do this if then. And so, what we do is we'll say, if it is raining, then Miss Connell brings her umbrella to school. Okay, this if then kind of formula is so we can find the conditional and the hypothesis. So here's the thing: the condition that has to be met is that it's raining. So according to this, every single time it's raining, I bring an umbrella to school. So let's change that to blue. Oops, don't want to cross it out. I'm just trying to underline. Okay, Miss Connell brings my umbrella to school. The converse would be if I switch the conditional with a hypothesis. So I can keep this if then kind of form, but instead of saying if it is raining, you can pause and try to think about how would I switch this statement and see if you guess correctly. So what I would do is I would switch the green section with the blue section. So instead of saying if it is raining, I would say if Miss Connell brings her umbrella to school, comma. Remember the formula if and then? Doesn't always have to be this way, but this way for me it makes it easier to see where the condition and the hypothesis is. Okay, then what? If I brought my umbrella to school, according to this, what's next? I need the green section, so then it is raining. And that's how you find the converse of a statement. So this here is your conditional. This is the original. This is the original statement here, and the one on the bottom is called the converse. Okay, whether or not this is true has nothing to do with it's the converse or not. So you can stop here, you know what a converse is. But if you want to keep going, I'll let you know sometimes the conditional is true, but the converse is false. And sometimes the conditional is true and the converse is true. Sometimes the conditional is false and the converse is false. None of that has anything to do with it. But let's just examine this case and examine the truth value of each statement. If it is raining, then Miss Connell brings her umbrella to school. I think that's true. We don't really need to do an experiment here to prove this. I'm just going to tell you it's true. There has never been a time where it has been raining that I have not brought my umbrella to school, so we can say this is true. Every single time it has rained, I have brought an umbrella to school. Now let's look at the converse and think about if it's true. If Miss Connell brings her umbrella to school, let me underline this. Nope, this blue. If Miss Connell brings her umbrella to school, it is raining. What do you think? Do you think that's true? I'm going to say this is false because couldn't there be a case where I bring the umbrella to school and not because it's raining? Maybe I brought my umbrella to school because I thought it would rain and then it did not rain. So it turns out in this case, this is actually going to be false. Okay, it's not always going to follow that pattern true false. Just for fun, we went ahead and figured out that this one was a true conditional with a false converse.